Looks like all the players are getting ready right now. These are the players we're looking at right now. So this determines who goes to Division 2 and who goes to the Division 3. Same deal as last time, top 2, Division 2, top 3, Division 3. And these are our players for today. So we have Heku, Konamiu, the JMJ, and Knight DMG playing right here, right now. As the last match, we will be playing 4 maps, 3 rounds. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Good luck to all the players. Obviously, Knight in chat, you know. Obviously, luck to you. I got to root for you. That would be kind of weird. I've known you for years now, so I'd be kind of weird to not be rooting for you. But I'm not going to be biased during the race at all. I'm going to try and make sure that every single one of the players gets the attention they deserve and that we all have an idea of how the players have been doing. But here we are, going into Munyo with Knight on... Let's see, we got Heku on number 1, we got Knight on number 2, we got JMJ on number 3, and Konamiu on number 4. Now, Knight and Konamiu are both players from Division 3 in this case, trying to fight their way into Division 2. And we have Heku TM and the JMJ fighting for staying into Division 2, or else getting delegated into Division number 3. Now, the main reason you want to stay in these higher divisions is because it allows you to gain more points in the total standing. So... you know, if you are playing on the lowest division, you might have easier races because of the speed differences between the divisions, but that doesn't mean that's good enough for your overall standings. You got to drive good. So let's see if these players will do just that and drive good. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm not sure how big the skill difference will be in this case. It's... something we're going to discover together. But we are ready. Warm-up is over. Here we go. Good luck. Have fun to all the players. And we'll keep an eye out on Knight for this one, you know. And see how he just takes first place initially with Heku and JMJ and Konamiu right behind him. But not anymore as Knight does touch the wall right there. That is unfortunate to see. But we're not quite there yet. JMJ, Heku, Konamiu leading the top 3 right now, pretty close to one another. Surfalak, yeah, it happens. But we're not there yet. You know, we've seen before, one mistake might cost you, but the same can happen to any other play. And it's really in this final section where we usually see the mistakes happen. Everyone gets to jump. Everyone's sliding their way to the final jump right now, with the JMJ finishing, Konamiu, Heku, Knight, everyone finishing. Honestly, pretty good race from everyone right there. Just unfortunate that in this case, Knight was hitting the wall. It happens, it happens. But I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, and let's see what round number 2 brings us. Let's take a look at Konamiu, also a player from Division number 3, trying to fight his way into Division number 2. Right now, the pack pretty close to one another. JMJ taking a bit of a lead, but bonks the side of the road. This caster's curse is unreal, as he is in 4th place and quite a ways behind, in fact. 0.07 of a second. Oh. But he's trying to make his way back. He is clawing back. And in fact, Knight falling behind a bit and doesn't take the transition right. Oh no. Konamiu, though, our player we were following initially, still in 1st place, getting ready to get his first 10 points on the board. Gets the jump. Heku tries to overtake, but doesn't make it. Followed up by the JMJ. And, come on, there you go. Knight finishes. We now have to pay attention. You know, apparently, I don't know. I just didn't realize, you know, like, oh, right, no finishes. That happens. But fortunately, everybody does finish. Everybody gets points on the board. And let's take a look at Heku TM. Heku TM, a player from Division number 2, as we go into the final round of Munyo. Enjoy the map while you can, as this is the last time you will be seeing this in the Finnish Trackmania League. And it will be replaced by the map we saw just earlier. I forgot the name. It's Hurry. Hurry is the name of the track. But not with a Y, it's with an I. So far, racers pretty close to one another. Why do I keep saying this? Because as I am mentioning that all the players are close to one another, Knight again doesn't get the transition onto that ramp and crashes. JMJ going for the jump, but Heku doesn't have enough speed up the ramp, allowing Konamiyu to snipe second place right at the end. As I said before, it's really on that last section where things can go wrong. And things went wrong indeed. But all the players do finish. All the players get some points. And right now, we have a pretty clear number one with the JMJ with 24 points. Konamiyu with 20 points. Heku with 16. And Knight with 9 points. So we have a mix of Division 2, Division 3, Division 2, Division 3 happening right now. I wonder if it'll stay that way, or if either Heku or Knight fights his way back away from Delegation. But here we are, Karting Tourist. BoneyC in last with 0 points. Yeah, it's rough. Oh yeah, no, I'm getting there. No, so here's the thing, right? The reason I don't get relegated is because only number 3 and number 4 get relegated. And as you can see, I'm a number 5. So nothing happens. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. What are you talking about? That's not, you know, that's how the relegation match works. Let me just show it for you. Like, here you go. Let me just make sure you guys know. See? Oh, that's the wrong one. It scrolled. See? Top 2 promote, bottom 2. So number 3 and number 4. See? I'm number 5. Yeah. See, I thought about this. All right, let's get back into it. Warm up over. Here we are, Karting Tourist. Another 3 rounds of high octane action for y'all faces while I entertain y'all ears. Heku taking the lead right now, with JMJ just having a bit better of a corner, though Heku does have more speed going out of that corner. It appeared for a second there he was able to overtake, but he did not. JMJ and Heku fighting hard for that first place. Konamiyu having some pretty good spot, with Knight DMG falling behind once more. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Looking forward again, we do have Konamiyu leading the charge right now, with Heku and the JMJ right behind him, 2 and 3/10 of a second respectively, but extending the lead quite well. Let's see if Konamiyu is able to hold it out until the final section. Let's see. Let's keep the connection on the floor. He does, though, leaves the ground right there, allowing JMJ to have a bit more speed and overtake. That's how you can see that final section. You really have to make sure you stick to the floor, because if you do not, you get these players just overtaking you. Can't be doing that. But all the players do finish. All the players get their points. JMJ first, Konamiyu second, Heku third, and Knight on fourth. Knight trying to go for the redemption here right now. Leading the pack right now, first place, looking very nice, but it's been on these later sections where things have been going wrong. Let's hope he makes it happen. We've got Konamiyu in the back this time, and everyone just in a nice little line. Konamiyu sneaks a little bit onto the grass to go past. Knight tried to wall ride. That was not the section where you do that. That's a bit more up ahead. In fact, it's right here. This is where we do the wall rides with JMJ and Heku both leading the pack. They're just fighting for first place. Not really sure who's going to take it, but JMJ has a better jump, and Heku slides out of the corner. Again, it's all about connection to the ground, and JMJ simply does it better. Konamiyu taking second place. Where are these other players? Heku is right there, and Knight turtling, accepting defeat. Sun on his belly. When you see a turtle, do flip it over, all right? Just help the turtle flip over. But we're going through pretty quickly, because again, we're on the third round once again. We do have the JMJ increasing his lead with 44 points. Konamiyu, 32 points. We got Heku with 24 and Knight with 12. Unfortunately, not able to finish on the last one. In fact, let's take a look at the JMJ. We haven't been looking at the JMJ too much. He's been driving a very good race so far, and right now in second place, fighting along with Konamiyu, not getting the bestest of transitions through that little corner there. Heku leading quite well. This is also one of the corners where you can gain a lot of speed, a lot of momentum. It doesn't help JMJ that he cut it a bit closer than the other two players, as Heku manages to retain that position. It's going to be close here. Let's see who keeps it on the floor, who keeps it on the ground. Wheels on the ground, go on forward. Heku, JMJ followed up by Konami and Knight. Just a bit too far behind, not able to make it to the finish. Sad to see, but that Car Toy Tourist makes it that we have a clear number 1 in the JMJ. And we go on to map number 3, which is Rapid. Now, the maps are completely random. This is why I can't tell you in advance which maps we're playing. They are randomly picked from the 4 maps that the players will have to play. So we do know that after this map, we will be going to Humu. So that is a guarantee as we've already played all the other tracks. But no, as I mentioned before, JMJ taking a clear lead with 50 points and a fight for second place between Konami and Reku TM. Just 2 points between the two. So anything can happen there. Knight not looking in the bestest of spots. Now, there is a bit of background to all of this. The Division 3 race from yesterday only had 3 of the 6 players playing. So whatever happened, the number 1 player would be promoted to Division 2, guaranteed. The number 2 and 3 spot would be in this relegation match. So maybe things would have been different if the players were there, but this is the situation we're in right now, and it's it gives a chance to all the players in Division 3 to make their way up. But here we go, map number 3, 3 rounds, ready and waiting. Let's take a look at Konami for this one. Everybody keeping their speed pretty well, jumping over the barrier, sliding on into the checkpoint. Knight hitting the wall there, unfortunately. JMJ, Konami going on forward, and Heku following right behind. Slides looking pretty good, but Konami not having the bestest of slides, transitioning over onto the beam and into this ice slide. We've seen this ice slide allowing people to snipe some positions here and there. Konami not having the bestest of slides, gets a bonk, but keeps moving forward. Has to take the alternative entry, but that allows Knight to take that 3rd spot. Again, like I mentioned, that ice slide is what makes these first places switch happens. You know, if you don't get that slide just right, you might just be going from 1st to 3rd to maybe even 4th place. If all the other players do maintain their speed and simply take that jump to the exit. JMJ on round number 2, taking the lead clearly. We got Konami Heku TM. Unfortunately, Knight DMG not having the bestest of jumps right there, having to take the booster up the ramp to the loop-de-loop. Wow, words are hard. JMJ slowing down a lot for that ramp, allowing Konami to catch up. But here we are. Again, this slide. This is what determines who manages to take that 1st place. Good slide from Konami, but not as good as JMJ. With JMJ overtaking Konami with Heku TM right behind him. And Knight DMG almost going down the gutter. Almost going down the gutter. Unfortunately, that's going to be a no finish once more from Knight. And the 2nd and 3rd place, honestly, so close. 45 points for Konami, 44 for Heku. The JMJ, in this case, is pretty solid. No worries on his end. But Konami and Heku really have to step it up, both of them, to either keep on holding that 2nd place or trying to fight their way to it. These openings right now are looking pretty good. Like, all the players are doing pretty well on that 1st section, but this is where things change when it comes to these positionings. JMJ again leading the pack very nicely. Konami trying to get that 2nd place, making sure he extends that 2nd place. With Konami keeping it, looking very nice, followed up by Heku TM, and Knight in a position to definitely finish for this one. If he doesn't clip the ramp, I shouldn't have said anything. I feel so bad. I really do feel so bad. I don't want to say too much. I'm rooting for you, Knight, still. I know it can't happen anymore, but I'm rooting. But this is it. The final map of the final relegation match of today. Again, the 2nd place is all that you need to make sure you get into Division 2 or stay in Division 2. So as it is right now, Konamiyu is in a position to promote from Division 3 to Division 2, and Heku 2M has to recapture that number 2 spot if he wants to stay in Division number 2, and otherwise Division 3 is all you get. All you get, and you're not getting another chance to get out as playoffs are coming up in 2 weeks' time. But as the players are warming up, we can take it easy, take a breather, have a sip of water, and just wait for a little bit. I'm gonna sit down for a second. Sheesh. All right, enough sitting down. There's just a few seconds remaining. I can't sit down all the time. We have to go. We have to go, go, go. I'm starting to get a cramp in my hand, but that's okay. I'm not the guy driving. Who am I complaining about a cramp? Let's do this. Last map, Humu. 3 rounds to see who makes it out in number 2. We don't have to worry about the number 1 in this case. Unfortunately, number 4 seems to be where Knight will be in this case. So all eyes in this case on Konamiyu and Heku to see who makes it to Division 2 and who goes to Division number 3. As it is right now, both players driving a great track with the JMJ far behind, in fact, 2 seconds. So it's really a race between these 2 players right now. Both having great slides, no mistakes whatsoever. Maybe some differences between both their lines, but not enough to really create a difference. Konamiyu still leading by half a second, and it's all about this final section. Let's see if Konamiyu is able to avoid the pole at the finish. He does, slides right on in. Heku does the same with Knight DMG, making sure to close it out. Slides on in. Good slide. That was an impressive slide, but he finishes. He gets the points. You know, that's looking good. Konamiyu and Heku now, though. 7 points in between. Heku is going to have to really step it up. I'm not going to do too much math, but let's keep it simple. Heku needs to get some first places on the board if he wants to not get knocked out. And Konamiyu is stopping him. Leading the pack, leading the charge right now. Looking very comfortably doing so as well. JMJ making some mistake earlier as well, but again, he is not in any danger whatsoever. He can take it easy. So it's really, again, just these 2 players, Konamiyu and Heku. And we're seeing the same thing happen as we did previously. Konamiyu simply having some great lines, Heku as well, and no real changes happening between the 2 positions. Again, though, we get this final section. It can go wrong on sliding into this finish. Konamiyu hits the pillar. Like I said, it can go wrong. And Heku takes first place. Konamiyu taking second, allowing the gap to be just a bit smaller. In fact, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much it. Like, we only have 1 round remaining. If we get the same situation, Konamiyu has to make sure that he ends above Heku. Whatever happens, he has to make sure he ends above Heku. Heku has to end in at least 2nd place, depending on where Heku ends. Sorry, where Konamiyu ends. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to watch. And in fact, while talking about it, Konamiyu is in 3rd place right now, and Heku is leading the charge. It's really JMJ who can crush his spirits in the dream if JMJ overtakes him. But Heku is looking good. He's keeping his composure. He's keeping it tight, keeping it real. All the slides are looking oh so mighty fine. And I was about to say, I was like, where's Konamiyu? But we have it all, and Heku goes in 1st place. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I was just thinking, like, does it matter that JMJ messed up his slide? It does not, because this was all Heku needed to dethrone Konamiyu from 2nd place. JMJ does take the match and allows him to stay in Division number 2, but what a close race for number 2. And this keeps all the divisions pretty much the same between Division 2 and number 3. With Konamiyu staying in Division number 3, which he was in initially, Knight the same, staying in division number 3, and the JMJ and Heku staying in division number 2. So no real changes because of this relegation match, but what a match it was. Again, up to the final race, up to the final round, I had a joy. I had a blast. It was very fun to watch.